welcome to episode 22 of the car review series. Today I am reviewing the Mitsubishi Lancer EX 1800 or 1800 GSR IC Turbo from 1983. So it's a rather long name. Let's make sure we're in it. Yep, there we go. And let's make sure the driving options are... There should be no, they're not, which is a good thing I checked. Let's see, we have 498 performance points, 370 brake horsepower, only weighing at 912 kilograms or 0.9 tons, depending on what country you live in. It's front engine rear wheel drive, very standard for a 1980s Japanese car. It's 40 kilograms force meter max torque, with a power to weight ratio of 2.46 kilograms per brake horsepower. Just make sure the driving options haven't reset themselves, as they sometimes do. And let's go onto the track, see what this car is like. Come on. This is probably the first time I've ever gone into a lobby on this car review where the lobby is designed for how I'm driving. Because normally I drive on lobbies which are sort of cop lobbies or 70 miles per hour lobbies, and yeah, that's not what this review is for. Where's the handbrake? There's the handbrake. So we've got the brake lights. I believe there's no reverse lights because it's a standard car. So there's the brake lights. There's the front of the car. It's very nice. That's the horn. I like the lip on the bumper. It's very different for this style of car. It looks a bit like a Futo from Grand Theft Auto. We've got the bumper view. Not much here, other than the speedo, which happens to go to 165 miles per hour, 160 miles per hour, sorry, as most cars do nowadays. Looks like it goes up to about 7,000 RPM, so it's pretty average yet again. That's a very weird place for a pillar. I can't remember if that's the A or the B pillar, but there's a pillar right there in my face. So I can't look right. I can look left. And there's rear view. Again, you can only see half of the it's just a useless rear view. And there's the bonnet view this time. It is actually a bonnet view. Unlike every other time, it's been a roof view. So here's the sound of the car. It looks like it goes up to about 8,000 RPM. It's very nice. Very, very nice sounding car. For mid-80s. Yep. I think these guys are going to be racing. I don't know. Are they racing? I don't know. If they're racing, then... Oh, God, he hit me. Right. Let's get onto this little straight patch here and look at the burnout. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. This is a... This is fast. Okay. I wasn't expecting such a fast car. Okay, let me just regain my my composition here, as obviously I wasn't expecting that. Right, let's try that again. See if I can Nope, I can't handle it apparently. Let's try that again. There we go. There's a more controlled burnout from the last three. This car is surprisingly fast. I was not expecting this performance out of this car. I was expecting, whoa, it's a bit nippy around the corners. It's a bit slidey. It's one of those cars which it's one of the cars where if you thrash it around the corner, it will bite you back. Oh God, this is so... No, there's a wall there. Ah, span out again. Okay, this is difficult to control. Still burnouts. Still burnouts. It burnouts all the way to 65 or something like that. Right, now the indicator on the transmission said it would hit 130. I don't think that's correct. I think it's more like 145. Whoa! Brakes aren't amazing. They're alright. I mean, they're a lot better than most people. There we go. Oh dear, this car is an unsuspecting car. Its prey doesn't expect its maneuverability. Me being the prey and the car being the predator. Whoa! Again, it bit back. It's a bit like a dog. This car. It's very much like a dog. Very, very much like a dog. It's sort of, if you unleash it, it will go crazy. If I unleash it around this corner, it controlled itself. What is going on with this car? I'm throwing it around these corners and it's controlling itself now. What's happened to this car? It just suddenly switched modes. It's like the person. It's like the person inside switched a switch. Yes, that's correct. Switched a switch, and made it into not a dog. It's like a very obedient car now. Okay, something happened to the car. I don't know why I did that. No, okay, it bit back again. This is a very confusing car. It doesn't know if it wants to bite, or if it wants to be complacent and nice and normal. Yeah, it's definitely what I wasn't expecting it. That's for sure. It's only got 5 gears. Yep. I think I want a high beam for this. I was concentrating on lights. I wasn't concentrating on the car biting me. Wow. Okay. Yep, it can do that easy, of course, because it can do a massive burnout. Let's get another burnout going. No, there's some grass there. Oh dear. Tyres still squealing. There we go. Oh dear. So yeah, this car is a confusing one actually. It's the car. If you treat it like it's a car which can do anything, it won't do anything, and it will kind of spin out and do everything wrong. If you treat it like it's a car which doesn't have the grip, then it's really good. But if you treat it like it's amazing, then it's not amazing. So yeah. Oh, didn't like the corkscrew. It did not like the corkscrew at all. Didn't like that one bit. Somehow I'm second. I mean, a car from the mid 1970s or 80s. I can't remember which one now. And I'm beating Ferrari Enzo. And I span out again, of course. This is just an episode of spin-outs. It doesn't like grass. Yeah, avoid grass at all costs. That's not. Don't go on grass. it just doesn't work on grass. Okay, I think throttle control would be needed to drive this car. Wow! This car is twitchy. Well, it's everything. This car is just... I'm fighting for control all the time with this car. With this Lancer. Which is... It's a bit like a tame Shelby Cobra. In a way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but... the way that the Shelby Cobras sort of slide around all over the place and you're always fighting for the grip. This is almost like that. But it will turn if you want it to turn. But if you want it to go crazy, it will go crazy. Then again, if you don't want it to go crazy, it will still go crazy. But it's sort of... If you control it enough so it doesn't spin out, it will drive really nicely and really fast as well. I'm surprised how fast it's driving around these corners, like 130 around that corner. With, well, quite a lot of control actually. But it's just like, it's just fast. Yeah, it's sort of, I think on the low, I think I've figured out that the lower gears, the first, second and third gears, when the tyres are squealing, that's when you're going to spin out, or you're going to lose traction, or the car is going to bite you, and you're going to die a horrible death from the car crashing. But on these higher gears, it's very, very controlled car. Now you've got the long straight to see the speed. I believe it's 145. 150, just about. I don't think it's quite 150. 149. That's what I measured. I think with slipstream it will reach 150. So it's just a bit slower than a Subaru. I'm comparing this to a Subaru because the Subaru is just like the rival of Mitsubishi. It's slightly slower than a Subaru. It's slightly less controllable than a Subaru. But it's more fun than the Subaru. On track. It's a difficult choice. I don't know which one I'd use. I'd probably use both. Because they're two... They aren't... They don't feel like... It doesn't feel like it's rivaling something like it. I almost hit that post there. That would have been very bad. I don't feel like this car is trying to rival something else. I feel like it's trying to be its own car. It's trying to be itself. So it's almost... It's basically when Mitsubishi was its own company and wasn't trying to beat Subaru or trying to be something else. That's why I like this car, and that's why I'm having so much fun with it. So I would recommend this for anyone who wants to have fun. With a controller, I don't know what it will be like. I can't picture it in my head. I'm kind of getting the hang of the car as well. When it sort of slides about, I'm getting the hang of how to control it, which is nice. That's always handy when you learn how to control a car and stop it spinning out and crashing into a wall. So yeah, for beginners, I wouldn't recommend it at all. Because it's just... I think with a controller you might be okay with it. But I'm not sure, that was a bit close to the grass. I think you might be okay with if you have a controller or something like that. If you're a beginner starting with a steering wheel, I wouldn't recommend using this car. I would probably say a more controllable car, like I just short shifted too much there. Something controllable. I can't think what's controllable in this game. I'm gonna have to say Subarus again. I'm sorry, but that's just I have to say Subarus because that's the only thing I can think of that's controllable off the top of my head. For amateurs, yes. One of the best cars for amateurs if you want to have fun in this game. Which, if you're playing this game, you probably want to have fun. Not many people play this game not looking for fun. So I think if you're looking for fun, which most people are, go for this car. That was just a guy from a previous video. What's he in anyway? I can't figure out. I think what he's in, a Suzuki or something. So yeah, for amateurs, it's definitely one of the better cars. One of the. Well, I don't know really. If you're looking just to drive and make money and do. Yeah, if you're looking to make money, don't use this car. Or just it's not a car for making money or winning races. It's not a car for any of that stuff. It's a car for having fun, which is what a car should be. A car shouldn't be a grinding car, or a car which is slow and boring and used for commuting and stuff like that. It shouldn't be a car like this. And I feel like this car, most of them in the world are probably used for... Oh god, I spat it out. Most of them will be used for commuting or something like that. I really hate that, because this car is so much fun. I love it. It's probably one of my favourite cars in the game. And yet so many of these cars in the world are not used to their potential that they could be. and they're just stored up in the garage or something, and well, maybe in a garage is okay, but it's stored up and sort of not being used for what they should be used, for fun. And this is what a car should be. It should be just over the limit of the car. You should be able to drive it just over the limit of the car, so you can have a lot of fun with it. I don't know many cars that do that. I don't know many cars that allow you to push the car over the limit, spin out, and do all this stuff. For professionals in racing, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have this car for professional racing. For professional cruising, I would recommend this car for cruising. This is probably one of the best cars I've had for cruising. Definitely. As long as you don't push the handling too far and spin out. Because that's what I seem to be doing a lot of right now. For professional racing, no. Professional cruising, I don't know about that. I don't think they'd look at you very well. I think they'd look at you as someone who's trying to look good, but isn't. And yeah, for professional, and just have fun with this car. When you get this car, or if you get this car, just have fun with it. Don't take the car seriously, because the car isn't designed to take seriously. I fell into that trap at the start of this video. I tried to take the car like it was a slow, serious car that was, well, terrible. And it's not. It's not a car to take seriously. It's a car to have fun. And that's why I like this car a lot. Because it does what a car should do. I'm saying this a lot because it needs to be put out there a lot more than it already is. A car is designed for having fun. That's it. A car isn't designed for being taken seriously and a car isn't designed for just a car isn't there because it's there. A car is there to have fun. If you're not having fun in a car, then why have a car? It's just a waste of a car. Whoa, this is So I would get this in real life, actually. I would get this in real life. Probably one of my new favourite cars in the game. So yes, get this car. And when you get it, don't take it seriously. That's literally all I ask if you ever get this car. Have fun with it. And don't drive it like a Lamborghini. Don't drive it like a Le Mans car. Don't drive it like any of these cars. Just drive it like it's unique and have fun with it. So that's what this car is for. This car is for having fun. Anyway, this has been episode 22, I think. If it's not 22, then I'll put a message on the video. If it is, then yay! I got something right. So yeah, this has been episode 20 something, 2. With the Mitsubishi Lancer EX 1800 or 1800 GSR IC Turbo from 1983. It is mid-1980s, I thought so. And I've been XeinsGaming, and I will see you in the next video.